Before the miracle of the modern toaster, breakfast was basically a gamble. You had bread, you had fire, and you had a stick. Congratulations, you just invented the first way to ruin toast. Humans have been toasting bread for thousands of years. Why? Because warm bread is better. That's it. That's the reason. Ancient Romans toasted bread over open flames. The Latin word for toast? Tostum. It literally means to burn. So yeah, from the very beginning, burning toast was part of the plan. But the real toaster revolution? That didn't happen until much, much later. Because, surprise, electricity had to exist first. And even then, making a toaster wasn't easy. Heating metal evenly without electrocuting people? Not exactly a beginner's project. So how did we go from fire-roasted bread on a stick to shiny pop-up machines that launch your toast into orbit at 7 a.m.? Let's toast to the madness and find out. When toast met wires. Fast forward to the late 1800s. Electricity is finally a thing. People are using it for lights, fans, and shocking themselves by accident. Naturally, the next logical step was, let's electrify breakfast. But here's the problem. Early wires sucked. They melted. They sparked. They made your bread taste like regret and copper. Enter a Scottish dude named Alan McMasters. In 1893, he created what's considered the first electric toaster. Fun fact, it was called the Eclipse. Less fun fact, it didn't pop the toast out. You had to watch it. Carefully. Like a hawk. Or a babysitter that doesn't get paid. And if you didn't? Congratulations, your breakfast is now a small fire. The early toasters only toasted one side at a time. You had to manually flip the bread with your hands. Burnt fingers? Oh, absolutely. Still better than the guy trying to toast bread on a gas stove with pliers. But the game changed in 1905 when scientists invented nichrome, a fancy metal that could get super hot without melting. Toasters finally had their superhero cape. And just like that, the race to breakfast domination had begun. Rise of the pop-up toaster. Okay, so we've got electricity. We've got nichrome. We've got toast. But there's one thing missing. Timing. Back then, toasting was a high-stakes game. You had two choices. Stare at your bread like it's defusing a bomb. Or forget about it and end up with carbon toast. Until 1921, when Charles Strite said, enough. He was just a regular dude, fed up with burnt toast in the company cafeteria. So he invented the pop-up toaster. Yes, the one, the legend, the ding. Suddenly, toast became automatic. Predictable. Safe. Strite's toaster had a timer and a spring. You push it down, wait, and boom, the toast jumps out like it's escaping a house fire. This wasn't just innovation. This was breakfast magic. By the 1930s, the pop-up toaster was in homes across America. And with it came something even bigger, pre-sliced bread. Because what's the point of a pop-up toaster if your bread's still a brick? Thanks to the toaster, sliced bread finally made sense. And yes, that's why people say, it's the best thing since sliced bread. So, next time your toast gently hops out like it's done yoga, remember, someone in 1921 built that spring-loaded miracle because they were sick of cafeteria disasters. Toast gets fancy. So we've got pop-up toasters. We've got sliced bread. Breakfast? Sorted. But humanity doesn't stop at sorted, does it? Nope. We over-engineer everything. Soon, toasters got adjustable browning dials, dual slots, for slots, bagel settings, because toasting half a bagel evenly is apparently rocket science. A defrost button for people who store bread like squirrels. And the designs? Oh, they got wild. Some looked like tiny space shuttles. Some had see-through windows so you could watch your bread toast in real time, because suspense. We even got talking toasters. Some would say good morning. Others just screamed when your toast was done. Technology, baby. Then came smart toasters. Wi-Fi enabled. App controlled. Because why press a button when you can toast bread from the bathroom? And don't forget the Instagram era. Suddenly, toast was aesthetic. Avocado toast. Unicorn toast. Toast became an art form. Millennials were blamed. As usual. But no matter how fancy things got, one truth remained. We just want crispy bread that doesn't catch fire. So here we are, from open flames to smart toasters that probably know your star sign. All that, just to make warm, crunchy bread. But toasters aren't done evolving. Some folks are now building laser toasters. Yes, lasers. Because what better way to say, I'm hungry, than by blasting photons at your breakfast? Others are experimenting with AI toast art. Want your dog's face burned onto a slice of sourdough? There's a toaster for that. What's next? Maybe a toaster that makes life decisions for you. Don't go on that date, Alex. She puts jelly before butter. Anyway, toast isn't just a snack. It's a story of human persistence, breakfast obsession, and a refusal to accept floppy bread. And now that we've toasted the past, maybe it's time to see what else the kitchen is hiding.